Hello and welcome to the diversity training video for District 7, D-Train 2019. I'm Gary Gray, District Staff Officer for Diversity and Inclusion. Today we hear the term diversity in a variety of applications. Some believe it refers to a type of quota system, others to gender or race or even political issues. For the Coast Guard and Coast Guard Auxiliary, it's really rather straightforward. In the Commandant's policy statement, he writes, "Our strength resides in our people and the different perspectives, talents, and ability each individual brings to the organization. The Coast Guard will recruit and retain a world-class workforce derived from the richness of American society and foster an inclusive work environment grounded in our core values of honor, respect, and devotion to duty." The Commandant goes on to say that representation without inclusion degrades our readiness. We are the only district that has put forth a diversity policy. It states in part, District 7 is committed to achieving a diverse workforce whose composition includes the representation of women, men, minorities, non-minorities, people with disabilities, veterans, and individuals from various professional backgrounds. Embracing the tenets of diversity and respect for all is not only a moral obligation, it is a business imperative and readiness issue. Our diversity mission is to create a stimulating, supportive environment, deepening our members' knowledge and skills, providing them resources, broadening their capacity to be successful, and support the next step of a growing inclusive organization. The District 7 diversity staff believe that we are part of the mission to recruit and retain members to serve, quote, the most efficient and effective maritime volunteer organization in the world, end quote. The video representations that follow illustrate how we sometimes fail to welcome new members into our organization and the potential that we have to welcome them, mentor them, and integrate them into our units. Recruiting and including new members allows us to tap into the vast range of diversity that is available today in American society. Diversity staff officers at all levels can and should collaborate with other staff officers to recruit and retain members. The management tools contained in the NACO 3-Star Award reflect these opportunities for growth. Let's watch this first video of a potential new member trying to enter a unit that has not yet become sensitive as to how best to welcome a new member.
Let me get your name and number and I'll get you some information.
All right, thank you. Phone number 2?
Yeah, that'd be great. Thank you.
There you go.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Give me a call. Somebody else make sure. Okay, let's call the meeting to order, please. Everyone stand, we'll do the pledge. Do we have any visitors today?
This is Michelle Oxcart, and she's interested in joining the auxiliary.
It's Oscar.
So let's think about what just happened here. A potential new member has come to a flotilla meeting. The greeting was rather informal. The other members of the flotilla seemed to be so into their conversations with each other that the new member seems hardly to be noticed. The flotilla staff officer for human resources got the contact information, but apparently did not engage the new member to find out anything about their background, why they were interested in the auxiliary, or anything else about them. The human resource officer did not even verify the information that the new member provided to see if the information was correct, especially the new member's name. We also suspect that the HR officer did not get an email address. When the flotilla meeting was called to order, the flotilla commander asked for the introduction of guests. The flotilla staff officer for human resources mispronounced the new member's name as Oxcart. The name is Oscar. HR did not have any information to share about the new member. The flotilla commander acknowledges the new member and moves on with the agenda as if the new member had never even been there. Let's look at what happens a few months later.
HR, have you heard anything from that Michelle woman that was here 2-3 months ago?
Michelle Oxcart?
Yeah.
I think I've lost her phone number.
Okay. Member training, have you heard anything from her?
I remember her being introduced, but I haven't heard or had any contact with her since.
While this is probably not the way that new members are dealt with in most flotillas, the point is that we have one first opportunity to welcome and include a new person into our ranks. Fellowship is important, and we must be very intentional about welcoming new potential members, finding out about their interest, discovering their background, and celebrating the gifts they have to bring to the unit. We believe that in addition to the human resource officer that welcomes and collects contact information, the new member should be introduced to the member training officer to begin to discuss their interest, and this will help in assigning an appropriate mentor. The diversity officer can help to welcome and connect the new member to others in the flotilla who can help the new member in joining, assimilating, and thriving in their areas of interest. Let's look at how this could happen with attention to welcoming and engaging a potential new member at another flotilla.
Oh, hi.
Hi.
Hi, I'm Kathy.
Hi, Kathy. I'm Michelle.
Oh, nice to meet you, Michelle. Are you interested in joining the auxiliary?
I am. I live near the boat ramps, and I see everyone out there working, and sometimes on the water too. I grew up around the water.
Oh, that's great. You know, we're all about boating safety programs, and we have lots of training, not only for our members, but also for the general public. Can I get some information from you?
Sure.
Great.
What's up?
555.
Oh, that's fantastic. So it sounds to me like you might be interested in becoming a vessel safety examiner.
Yes.
Wow.
Hi,
Oh,
I'm John.
Hi, John. My name's Michelle.
Nice to meet you. I hear you're interested in joining us.
Yeah, possibly a vessel examiner.
Oh, okay. And I understand you live by the boat ramp and you've seen us conducting vessel safety checks?
Yes, sir.
Okay. What I'd like to do is introduce you to Steve. He's our staff officer for member training.
Okay.
So, Steve, this is Michelle. Hey, Michelle.
Hi, Steve. How you doing?
Meet you. You've seen us conducting vessel safety checks by the boat ramp where she lives, and she's interested in becoming a member. And I was going to see if you could help her get her connected with a mentor.
Oh, certainly. Welcome, Michelle.
Thank you.
First of all, if you don't mind, tell me a little bit about yourself, about your history.
Okay. I grew up on the water. Right now, I'm living near the boat ramp, so I'm seeing guys out there a lot performing checks, and then also, since I'm on the water, I see also out on patrol. I'm in school, and I'm just looking for a way to give back.
Well, that's great.
Yeah.
There are a few basic things. One of them you've already accomplished, and that's the boat safety course. There are a few other courses, and I'll help you with those. We all have to take that.
Okay.
And let me introduce you to the FSO that manages the vessel safety check.
Okay.
This is Michelle.
Hi.
She's going to be a new member here that's interested in learning vessel safety inspections. You would be the perfect mentor for her.
Well, hi, Michelle.
Hi.
Welcome aboard. It's great to have you. I'll be happy to help you with that. Have you completed your application yet?
I have the paperwork right here.
Great.
I would be happy to help you with it. I also heard that I heard you say that you had taken one of our boating safety classes.
Yes, I've completed that.
If you can dig up that certificate, man, that will go a long way to getting you off to a good start.
Absolutely.
Hey, Susan, can you come here for a moment?
So, how is this example different from our previous example? Notice that the human resource officer shows real interest in the new member. HR was very meticulous in welcoming the new member, gathering their information, and discovering their interests. Diversity is not just about the 3-star award. Diversity officers, as demonstrated, should take an active role in welcoming, encouraging, and connecting new members. We celebrate the very backgrounds from which new members come and what draws them to the auxiliary. We all have our unique gifts and talents that add diversity to our mix and without inclusion, the member and these gifts may be lost. Member training explores the person's interests and assigns a mentor. In this case, the vessel examinations officer seems to be a good choice, as that is the area of interest with this new member. The new member is also connected with another female member who can help them with questions that they may have related to uniforms and related items. Let's see where this leads.
Susan, this is Michelle.
Hi, Susan. Nice to meet you.
I think Michelle could use some tips on our uniforms.
Okay. Yeah, sure. I'll come help you out. Okay, excellent. Thank you.
Ladies and gentlemen, tonight we have a very special presentation. A young lady who joined our flotilla not too long ago has finally stepped up with a qualification. She is now a certified vessel safety examiner, and we're going to honor her tonight. Would you please welcome Michelle Oscar?
Hi.
Hi, Michelle. Michelle is tonight receiving her certificate demonstrating the fact that she has actually done all of the qualifications to become certified. She's also receiving her ribbon that she'll wear proudly on her chest. And I want you to receive the congratulations of the flotilla. Thank you and congratulations to you.
Thank you, sir.
It may not always go this way. What we want you to observe is that, as the Commandant has stated, diversity without inclusion degrades our readiness. We all want to feel welcomed, valued, and useful in a service organization. By working together and actively engaging new members and older members who may become discouraged, we can all help with recruitment and retention. Why is this part of a presentation on diversity? Because the diversity officer is one who should be attuned to welcoming, encouraging, connecting, and integrating members into the fabric of our units. Staff officers must collaborate with each other. We all have our specific assignments, and we must be alert to the overall health of our unit as demonstrated by the involvement of our members. Thank you for watching. We hope we have demonstrated some ideas that will be useful to you in helping your unit to grow and to thrive. We must seek to engage members to bring their gifts and talents to the various facets of the mission of safe boating. May we be Semper Paratus.
And 3, 2, 1, go.
I'll send it to you then.
Oh, hello.
Hi.
Hi. I'm Kathy.
Hi, Kathy. My name is Michelle.
Hi, Michelle. Are you interested in joining the auxiliary?
I am.
Oh, that's wonderful.
Yeah, possibly vessel examiner.
Oh, fantastic. You know, we're all about boating safety programs. We teach all sorts of members and the general public about boating safety. Can I get some information from you?
Absolutely.
Great.
Way to go, Dave. You stayed up all day and did all this cooking, man? No.
Hi, I'm John.
Hi, Michelle.
Good to see you. I understand you're interested in joining us.
I am, sir. Possibly a vessel examiner?
Yeah, I understand you live by the boat ramp and you've seen us conducting vessel safety checks.
Yeah, I see you out there all the time.
All right. Well, what I'd like to do is introduce you to our staff officer for member training.
Okay.